Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the Dollar Hour. I am Deonte Burden, a.k.a. Mr. Short Dollar himself. We got a great show planned for you guys tonight. We'll be talking about the reality of starting your own business, starting your business in 2026. Far too often, a lot of people have that aspiration of being an entrepreneur, starting a business. They look at all the glitz and glamour, or what they perceive to be glitz and glamour. And I want to talk about the realities of it. You know, we're doing it because, you know, I try to be as transparent as possible with people in regards to the things that I go through, the things that I do. Being a self-employed entrepreneur, and a lot of times I get, you know, certain comments, well, Poochie, you do what you want to do. Poochie, work for yourself. You do what you want and everything. And I'm like, yeah, but
right.
Like I tell people all the time, I do what I don't want to do so I can do what I want to do.
Right.
And you got to be built a certain way and think a certain way. Anybody can do anything. I do believe that. But in reality, it ain't meant for everybody, right? And, you know, that's not a compliment or insult. It's just, you know, just something just being realistic about, right? So
that's right.
Again, we're talking about the reality of starting your own business starting your business in 2026. Again, I'm Deonte Burden. This is the Dollar Hour. Before we get started with anything, guys, before we want to get started, I gotta say it because we didn't work too hard for it.
That's right.
Today on Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube, we hit 100,000 subscribers. Ow! Hey, right. Let me say this, man. I'm going to be totally honest with you, man. This is something that, you know, I ain't gonna, you know, sugarcoat nothing, whatever. I said it earlier in my post. I thank y'all, my family, my friends, supporters, and everybody, especially everybody here at Misfits Media, Misfits Radio, Misfits TV. But I damn sure want to thank, you know, myself.
Right.
Because let me tell you something, man. Me and Loud talk after every show about how to stay motivated when things ain't going your way.
Right.
And man, real damn talk, bro. It been a lot of times because you don't see traction going in a certain way. And what we 8 years in with this, man, and you sit there and look like, man, this shit ain't moving.
Right.
And you know, be stuck at 2,000 and be stuck at 5,000.
Right.
And I know damn well we was at 20,000 for like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, we was at 20, I remember the 25,000 was stuck in for a long time. And to just have them bumps and bumps with doing things, man, shit. I give all credit to me for not quitting. That's right.
Because there were so many times. Hell yeah, man. Because, hey, man, there were so many times you want to rethink things, and things ain't going.
Right.
And then, you know, you had a moments, man, and you had a divorce came, and I'm like, shit, she trying to take all my damn money. Let me leave that little YouTube shit alone. And then, you know, you hear people, you be so proud of stuff you're doing. And when you feel confident, feel good about stuff, and, you know, people intentionally, unintentionally, diminish it. Or you still do your little YouTube.
So you do your little podcast.
Your little podcast, your little YouTube, whatever.
Yeah, they chop you off.
Yeah, and like I said, if it's intentional or unintentional, the shit rub you the wrong way.
Right,
because you feel good about things. But man, I stayed down. I stayed down,
Worked
man.
hard too.
And we went to the pandemic where you talking about making a couple $100 to start going to a couple thousand, to a couple more thousand, a couple more thousand. Like, damn, this money is going good. Get through the pandemic and that shit go right back to whatever. And you stay down. And where we at now, you know, is everything I'm able to scale our stuff with the book sales, the little $3 courses, the merchandise and everything. And man, everything's going good. And we still, most importantly, get to impact people on a large scale with all the platforms together, man. So I want to say, you know, I appreciate everything. Also, man, just so I can kind of be straight up about a few things too. Lab, Rika, Donna. I know Tay Mac was in some earlier. I remember the first show. Yeah, it was 4 of us. And you know, when I was talking about my business, I came on visiting Misfits. Lab said, "Hey man, you're pretty good at this." And you know, my whole life, everybody always said, "Poochie talk too damn much."
Right.
And you know what, man? I sat there and like, man, you know, you ought to give it a try. And you know what, man? One thing about it, you know me, man. I don't like shutting the hell up. And so I immediately fell in love with just the opportunity of running my mouth. Yes, sir. And man, I just want to tell all y'all, man, I appreciate, love you guys because you gave me that opportunity. Because again, it's no way in the hell I was thinking about it, doing it.
Right.
And I remember when we first started, I'm writing shit out and I got shit wrote down and Lab talking to me and everything. We're just doing it. And again, most importantly, I don't know if this is connected. Most importantly, not quitting. But I just remember we came and I was like, shit, man, I had a lot of fun, man, just talking and everything like that. So I want to tell y'all, appreciate that. Appreciate the opportunity, man. But thank y'all so much for doing it, man. And I've been having a blast. I've been having a blast, man. We're doing it, man. And I hope that you know, the next 100,000 be as fun as this one, man. But hey, man, I'm glad to do it. I mean, it's been super fun. It's a great feeling. Because again, like I said, I just wish people, everybody can have the feeling I have right now in my life. Like, cause right now you just like, hey, this is shit I work for.
Right.
This is shit I work for because
from zero.
Yeah, from zero, man.
From scratch.
And real talk.
Right.
I officially feel like a mega church pastor. Yeah, that shit bigger than the else.
Right.
But real talk though, man. Like, hey, man, I am so excited, so appreciative of everybody, man. And I just say this to say, if you all want to, you know, go on the podcast and go on to YouTube and stuff like that, man, it's gonna be real funky. It's gonna be real tough. It's gonna be because there's a lot of you out there,
right?
But you know what I'm saying, you know, like the old saying is, you know, the race don't go to the fast, go to the one that endures to the end. So if you ain't gonna be no punk, you ain't gonna quit, whatever. Because anybody that know me know if when Poochie is focused, ain't nobody can mess with me.
Right.
I ain't gonna sleep, I ain't gonna eat, I ain't gonna do nothing but make sure things happen, man.
Yeah.
And I had, like I said, I had my moments over the past 7 or 8 years with doing this stuff, man. And like I said, I've had good friends, good family. These are good ass haters. You know what I'm saying? We're just doing everything, but it's been fun. Yeah. It's been fun. Like I said, I know the next 100,000 gonna be just as fun.
Right.
We're doing it, man. But I just want to just get off of that, man, and just really, we enjoy it because it's a lot of people that were part of that. Like I said, man, you and Reek, man, 5 or 6 years ago, now going through that divorce, and your mind be all over the place.
Right.
Like, man, should I do this? Should I do that? And everything, and just you had those moments. Never thought about quitting, but you question stuff, right? Because it don't move the way you want to move. And this is a classic example. We started talking about the night show with the reality starting your business in 2026. What you want to do and what happens may not be, what goes on. Especially the way, depending on if you make a big commitment, financially, time-wise, emotion-wise, and it just don't play out like that. And like I said, man, who's that? Yeah, that 25,000 for about 3 years, and that shit wasn't going nowhere.
It was stagnant.
You know how changing lives is, and we started hitting them bumps here, and man, shit, I wish I could just tell people a lie and say, hey, do this.
Right. Is this easy?
Hey, nah, shit, man. It work. It's work.
It is work.
And if you know me personally, you know how hard I work. So that's the thing about that. Why I don't never get in the front to people about, do this and do that and get more subscribers.
Yeah.
Nah.
There's no secret formula to it. Like when we did, say hey to mom. She said, congratulations, Poochie. I'm so proud of you. Love you. Hey, mom.
Appreciate it, mama. Hey, mom. What going on?
Line Lay Love. Appreciate you tuning in. She said, hey, stay safe for the weekend, everybody.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. When you made that video and that thing just took off to the sky, you ain't know nothing. That wasn't something you said, if I make this video, it's gonna shoot off. You just made a video about what you like to do. Not what you like to do, but giving the information that you give on the show every week.
Did that and that video with about the damn tax refund. COVID first hit.
Right.
That bullshit I did in my office. 70-some thousand views. Like, damn, like what in the world? Just some old BS I was in my office. and then we did that first grant video about that hell over 150,000
views.
Crazy, you know what I'm saying? So probably I probably put the least thought into
did the most impact.
Exactly, man. But at the end of the day, if it what I intended and what it did, as long as it made some kind of change in people's lives, I'm glad to hear that, man. So it worked out. So I'm super proud of everything that we've done as a collective, and also what I done myself. But like I sent in the group chat I got my sons today, man. Look, stay on your goals because again, that it'd be easy for me to sit here and say, hey, this and that happened. No, it was a lot of times shit really wasn't happening.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
Shit wasn't happening. And I just stayed down. And if you stay down, you're just guaranteed to know it's not gonna stop. Once you stop, there is no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And me and Peyton, my dog Peyton, we were talking earlier today, and I said that's especially when I say most of us that are 40 and up. Because kids today younger, they have so many advantages from a technological standpoint. But typically a lot of people 40 up have a lot of something called regret in their life.
True.
And see,
true.
Hurt can go away. But that regret,
it sticks with you.
Stay with you.
It's like grits. It's like hot grits.
And you got a lot of people that are 40 and up, definitely 45.
I'm guilty.
That are full of a lot of regret.
I'm guilty.
And here's the deal: a lot of us are with different things in our life, and we done missed out and didn't do stuff, and we can't go back. So at least try. Because I had a conversation with one of my sons years ago. I said, stuff. Man, let those get closed on you.
Right.
Don't you close the
doors on yourself. Right.
Don't you close it, because you do not want to be in a situation 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now. Man, I wish I had it.
Right.
I should have kept on.
Right.
So, I just put that to everybody, man. Look, we talk a lot about businesses, right way to do things, wrong way to do things and stuff. But, man, don't quit on yourself. Don't quit on yourself. Shit going to be rough. It's going to be tough. But if it was so easy, everybody have it, right? So, just stay down, man. Stay down. But again, thank you, everybody. I love you all. Appreciate all love and support. Then we that 100,000. But like I said, now we're going to the next milestone. We're gonna try to get to 150.
Right.
Then go to 2. We're gonna go to 150. But we're gonna hit it. We're gonna hit it just like we've been doing and everything. So, man. Damn, boy, I'm glad. That was something I've been pushing for, man, especially for the past 2 or 3 months.
Right. We've been on Project 100.
Woo, boy. Thank you so much, everyone, man. But again, tonight's show, we're talking about the realities of starting your own business in 2026. Again, we're streaming live. First, we're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. But the main hub is the Mr. Short Dollar YouTube channel, where we have over 1,700 videos covering entrepreneurship, personal finance, business, investing, and we have an active grant playlist with over, at any time, over 150 different grant opportunities. So a lot of times people say, where the grants?
Right.
Go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube, go to the grants playlist, and you just got to spend some time and read.
Line Lady Love, if you have 1 million followers on Instagram, they usually pay between $10,000 and $25,000 per month, and sponsor posts between $5,000 and $10,000 per post, with $5,000 and $20,000 per post. Just letting you know, she asked that question, so I wanted to answer it for her. Sorry. Keep going, Boots. My bad.
Now, you said something about the live had stopped on Instagram. Let me get this back together. Saying it froze up.
It froze. Oh, okay.
I don't know what's going on.
I have someone without showing my face. Yeah, that a lot of times when you have social media and YouTube channels that are faces, they make the most money, but it depends on what kind of content you have, what kind of followers you have. So yeah.
Okay.
Did you get it back?
I'm just starting back up, trying to get it back on now. They said, well, we ain't gonna never major in the minor. We'll just start it back up, just like that old Chevy.
Right. Let it warm up.
We ain't gonna major in the minor, cut it off, cut it back on.
Right.
But again, like night show, we're talking about, again, the reality of starting your own business 2026. A structured way to look at this, because I want to share light again on this, because I know a lot of people, New Year resolution is I'm gonna start my business, I'm gonna lose some weight, I'm gonna move, I'm gonna get a promotion. And with starting the business piece, a lot of it is based on enthusiasm and energy with doing something, but not the reality of how tough things are going to be.
Right.
A lot of times when you be honest with people, people look at it like it's going to be something. You insulted them. It's something like you saying to them, you being personal about something, but that ain't even the case. It's just you just being honest.
Right.
Okay, man, you need to do this, you need to do that, because a lot of times people come to me and I say certain things to them, and they're like, well, you trying to talk me out, be negative. Shit.
Right.
Hey, man, look, I had a conversation with one of my kids last week, about, this particular topic of business and want to do stuff and everything. And he listened to people. I'm like, look, bro, I left a nice corporate job to go do this. As fearful as you listen to folks getting a pension. Right. Like, I was a young dude doing that. Like, it's easy to sit here and say, I'm not knocking anything, but it's easy to say how business go when you getting steady inflow of money from retirement. You 60, 70 something years old, and you done did it. And now because you got that starting a business, you feel that way. Bro, I've been out here in the trenches. Right. I ain't had shit. Right. And, I'm trying to sit here and just, say certain things. You got to be able to have tough skin and be resilient enough to take tough criticism, tough advice. Right. The key thing is make sure you're talking to people that actually are informed enough to give you that criticism. You can't. We can have barbershop talks, but we can't listen to everybody in the barbershop. That's true. Right? Right. No matter how.
Especially in the barbershop every day, they ain't doing nothing else.
Well, that's the thing about it, man. A lot of times we're at no shortage of getting opinions and advice. Now, if the shit makes sense or not, that's a totally different thing. Right. So first, we talk about the myth versus the reality of starting a business. And the myth is entrepreneurship is all about freedom, instant wealth, and working on your terms. People all the time. Put you do what you want to do, this, that, and that. I don't know if I make this shit look easy. Right. And everything like that. Because, again, I do like moving how I want to move. I do. But, like I said, if you know me, you know that, hey, man, I might be up a day and a half straight getting some things done together. So I can go sit at the bar, the cigar spot, whatever, and everything. That's how I get down. I'm used to it.
$20 a day, so you have to wait 40 hours a week.
There you go. That's it. That's it. Right. And that ain't for everybody. Right. But that's cool with me. That's cool with me. And I just think a lot of times people have those ideas. But, what's the number one thing I think black folks start? Either the food truck driver, landscaping. Talking about the top black businesses.
Oh, entrepreneurs.
Yeah. Food truck, landscaping, truck driving, hair salons, barber. Yeah. And far too often, people try to do it because they think what they're doing. They have no understanding of, business analysis. They don't have no idea of Sex Red Bone say making food. Like I said, that food truck. The no idea of business analysis, forecast, and doing certain things. And when you have people, even like myself, they can probably get guidance. They don't know. They don't want to reach.
They don't seek it out.
Yeah,
they don't seek it out.
And that no.
Right.
But just again, because everybody don't necessarily want to hear things that's not going to be, probably feed to what they want to do. That's when they'll avoid it. Sex Red Bone said making cakes. But, that's unfortunately, a lot of times people that are close to us, they love us and they care about us, but they don't know shit. Right. But they'll tell you something, well, that's a good idea. You ought to go for it. And in reality, that may not be the case.
Yeah, that might not be the right avenue.
I had a conversation with somebody close to me the other day, and they were talking about getting a business, and I asked the question, how you going to do your business? Because they already have with their lifestyle. I'm talking about getting up, going to work, at work, going back home, 15, 16 hours of the day gone already.
Oh, wow.
So when you going to have a business? Right.
Mm-hmm.
When are you going to be able to do it? Because somewhere you got to sleep. Somewhere you got to eat. That's just a couple of hours. You might find a weekend here and there. You want to work on your website, this, that, and that, but you ain't going to touch for another 2 or 3 weeks. This shit ain't for you right now. Right. That's not being negative. That's just being realistic.
Right.
And far too often, if you ain't did it, you think it's just something, hey, I can do this. I'm going to go get my LLC. And I'm going to, be able to do this and that stuff. Man, you got to pay some dues. You got to, that's why I tell you all the time, you got to suffer.
You got to sit up at middle of the night trying to figure out, your next move or what you got to do to get this paperwork in and all that stuff. I mean, even with this podcasting thing, I'd be up 2-3 o'clock in the morning sometimes just putting descriptions on videos.
People know that all the time with me. What are you doing?
Right.
You still working. You still working.
Yeah.
Anybody know me? They can call. You still doing this? Yeah. You know, it's long hours, especially in the damn beginning. Financial risk. Because when you put money out there, you hoping this is going to happen. If that don't happen, which most of the time in most instances, it don't necessarily happen, or it doesn't happen at the pace or the rate you want to get your money back.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everything here is a capital investment. It's not that we're going to spend this, then we're going to make that.
Right.
It'll be making over time, but it's not necessarily going to be a quick return.
Right.
If I sit here and do this and do that, I'm making a video. Hopefully, the video does well over time. Not necessarily like, man, we know we're going to get this, we know we're going to get that. And far too often people get into business, want an instant return. That ain't how it go. That ain't how they go. And you can't get a spark or a moment in time confused with reality.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That just was that video.
You know, you see a lot of people, we always see the successes of the business. We don't see the success, especially with social media. We very rarely ever see the process. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people going to start their business because they see the successful part of it. They see this person doing the same thing they think they can do, and they're being successful at it. But you just see it many times, him having zero money in his account, not being able to, if he has done that. But I'm just saying the stresses you go through in order to make a business successful, a lot of people don't show that part.
Why you don't see the process?
Because it's not glamorous.
No, because it's a damn lie. The damn business a lie.
The business
a lie.
Okay.
It's a damn lie.
All right.
Because a lot of time people say, well, I can do this, you can do this, and all this other kind of stuff. It's a damn lie. You know, man, look, man, if you sit here and tell somebody, you just got to get this, and you can start this, get a podcast, and get that shit. All right. Put your bank up there. Show show it.
Put your money in your mouth here.
No, that ain't how it goes.
Right.
It's that easy?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why.
Well, I'm talking about even with successful businesses, though.
Man, listen, even with successful businesses, look, man, I have conversations all the time with different organizations. I'm on different boards where they were like, "Well, these folks had a event. They raised $100,000. They raised $200,000." I said, "Do y'all ever ask the question how much they netted?"
Right.
Now, we know from the flow,
right?
They made $200,000.
Right.
But after the venues paid, the contractors paid, what they brought home?
20.
Nobody say that. If that.
Right.
Nobody say that. Then the room get quiet. Look, man, y'all got to stop acting like y'all teenage girls.
Right.
Hearing stuff.
Right.
And that's why I want people, that's why we having this conversation about the reality of starting your business. Don't get so caught up into what you see. Because, man, it kind of catch me off guard when I have conversation with people like they said, I heard this and they were saying this on the internet. They said, who are they? When we just start believing they. Who the fuck is they? Right. And and people just have blind trust off a stranger because they say it, they can articulate it well. You don't know if it's true. You don't know if they did any kind of research. You don't know nothing because they. See the thing on the internet. I drunk soap and water for 30 days and I only did this and I lost 300 pounds.
Yeah.
Come on now. And you'll find no medical doctor that will co-sign on this stuff.
Right.
But somebody showed this picture that they probably use AI.
Before and after.
Hey, man. Hey, look, man. You can go on anything right now. And I mean, hey, I got folks looking good.
Right.
Hey, I get you right.
Right.
I'm scared to do the AI because I might like what I see and I want to go back. Whoa, I like that pooch. I don't want to do another one. I ain't going there.
Right.
Shit, that pooch got hair. He got his teeth straight. I like that pooch. Shit.
He tall.
Hey, boy, he tall and shit. They got me taking a picture, dribbling ball. I ain't even being laugh. I'm scared laugh.
I know, right?
I like it. Right. Like, whoa. I see so many folks went to school with me. That is not true. Shit, no. Oh, hell no. Sexy Redbone said, having a business is for everyone. If I would have known what I know now, I would have kept my 9 to 5. It's no joke, not for the weak. And just in parentheses, the shade was so true. Thank you. that piece of it, man, I think we have to get past that myth part. Look, focus on the reality. It is hard work. I always say in simplistic view, if you sit there and think about when you go to work, everything that's set up from you the day one, the employee manual, the training process, scheduling, how things have gone, just whatever. You got to create all that shit for yourself. All that stuff you have to create for yourself, or put things in place to get it created for you. And I just think people just think if I do this, make some money, whatever.
It's easy.
And you will kill yourself. Because now you got so many hats, so many things, and you only got 24 hours in a day. And you don't know anything about being efficient. You know, anything about being effective. You know, it is very challenging. Very challenging with doing it. So that's why I say you gotta anything is possible to anybody, right? I do think that the pace and the way it's laid out may vary from person to person, but people have to really, really be honest with themselves. What I always tell you, how you are,
right?
You know what I'm saying? I think that's the part that a lot of people miss. With common challenges to starting your business, guys, let's look at a couple of them. Long hours and sacrifice. You know, entrepreneurs often wear many hats, like I just said. You're a marketer, the accountant, the customer service rep. Person time and relationship got to take a back seat. So if you really ain't had some tough conversations with your family, your significant other, hell, yourself. You know, I know me personally, one of the biggest sacrifices, I always was very active still with my family, but I know I love working out, put a lot of weight on and stuff like that because I'm like, okay, I ain't finna work out and train. You know what I'm saying? And we talk about my early years. And they see, like shit, I'm looking like a damn beach ball. I got money.
Right.
But now you should know this hot, that hot.
Right.
This ain't working. That ain't working. Right. I'm huffing and puffing and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so and just sitting there.
Right.
Wheezing and shit, trying to catch your breath. Now my money good.
Right.
And a lot of times we'll sit there and think, okay, the things that we think isn't significant that we can't let go, that we can let go of, we minimize the impact that it potentially will have on our lives, and we have to be, understand that, hey, this is how it's going to be. And that's why I was saying earlier, people don't understand. Like I said, you got to suffer. You got to suffer. It's a correlation with that and being successful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
when you start talking about doing stuff, you want to go next level. It's some pain you got to endure, and I think people are cool with pain temporarily or touching it, but you gotta be able to hold that hot pot. You gotta be able to do that. And like, shit, this is my reality for a little while till I get through it. And everybody ain't meant for that. People like, I ain't gonna kill myself. Shit, what you gonna do?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's not that you're gonna do that forever, but you have to be able to go through that storm and come out on the other side. You come out on the other side, you cool. You know what I'm saying?
But going through
it.
That's the problem.
So like I said, don't get it twisted.
I don't think the coming out on the other side is a problem. I think the going through it is the problem. Because a lot of people don't make it through the storm. There's a storm itself can be an equalizer. Can be the great factor that entrepreneurs go through that make them close their business, that make them stop being an entrepreneur.
Absolutely.
That storm is not. Man, that storm could be in any form, shape, form, or fashion.
Like what I always say, if you was a business owner and you made it through COVID-19, putting shit you can't do.
Right.
Yeah. When I say they took me down. They took me down.
Right.
I couldn't do nothing. How the fuck was I paying rent on a salon?
Right.
And I couldn't have nobody in. How the hell was I having to pay rent on some shit I couldn't even
couldn't put your money on?
I couldn't. And then when the women left the shop, they started doing head home, and nobody want to come back.
Right.
But I still got the lease.
Right.
And I had to figure it out. I got to figure it out. Huh?
Yeah, I remember that.
Man, I'm just sitting there like, you guys to be kidding me. And there was no reprieve. There was no, you had little bumps here, you little help here, help there, but there was no sustained help. And when you put in those situations where you got to figure shit out, okay, cool, this, that, and that. And when you do it, it's I already got, I'm on 10 with my confidence.
Right.
But I was just like, shit.
Yes, over the.
I done did this and I done did that. Huh? Because, you know, man, a lot of folks, man, I got to quit this. I'm going to let that guy let shit go.
Right.
I got to get some money.
Uh-huh.
And when you really can do that and rebound and move through it, it's a euphoria. It's a feeling you get like, man, ain't shit can't stop this. Oh, you can't stop this train.
Right.
You going to get your ass, boom, we're going to run right over you. But going through that kind of stuff, I would be lying. Like you say, you hit it on the head. We going through it. It's painful.
Right.
It's scary. It's frightening. In my case, shit, I'm going through a damn divorce. And ain't no knock on my head, why? You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing like that, because I always say my vision with stuff like that. But you don't know what kind of support you're going to get from your family or friends, because initially everybody can be all in. But when shit ain't moving the way you want it to move, that's when it should move. Yeah, exactly. You hit on the head what they think.
Right, what they think it should move like. That's a whole different story right there.
Exactly. And you're sitting there like, man, you know, I understand how to process, though. You got your vision. You still ain't sold nothing. You still ain't did this. You still ain't did that. And you don't know how support gonna come. And you sitting there like, damn, my husband ain't seeing this. My girl ain't seeing this. My kids, my family, friends, and stuff like that. And that shit tough, because you want people to be on board with your vision. But like I said again, your vision is just that, your vision. And you got to be strong enough to say, this is what I see.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You'll know, and you got to be honest with yourself. And if you don't have it, try to find the people that can give you good guidance and criticism. Not what they think, not what they feel, but what they know. How would they know? Because they've experienced stuff. I always tell people, go, get you a consultant, go get you an OG or mentor that's in the industry. Be transparent, man. Look, man, I'm new to this. Can you kind of help me out? I want to get in the trucking. I want to start a catering business. I want to start a landscaping. Not you go out there and buy all this damn equipment, and now you sitting there in your mind, you making money. But what you doing? You still trying to even break even for the shit you just spent all this $3,000-$4,000 for, right? So finding the right people and with full humility. I ain't care.
Mikhail Pitchford said,
what's up, Coach?
He said, hey, Coach, you were my support at that time. Thank you. Preach, Coach.
Oh, anytime, brother. Anytime. Glad to hear that, brother. Glad you're on the other side.
Right.
But those kind of things, you know, just being straight up with people like, man, that's why I think I hold a lot of folks up. People don't want to be honest. Hey, man, this is what I want to do, but I ain't there yet. But, you know, hey, man, can you help me out? Like I said, this magical city called Atlanta, everybody is platinum, big. What is the word? What are we? Global. All this bullshit.
International.
Yeah, international. Bullshit. Majestic.
Right.
Hey, boy, right. You have to. You gotta let a lot of shit go, because where you are, where you want to be, it's cool. But man, hey, let all that stuff go. Look, I got to do this. If I got to work extra here, I'm down at WAOK at the radio station. I ain't getting shit.
Right.
But I'm out there pushing.
Putting your name out there.
And I will say this, those early 2000s down at the radio station for free, talking, hell, ruined me a lot for this.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm out there hollering at a couple million.
Right.
Well, I went from the Burden and to like, shit, this is Deonte Burden. Call me just to be in the service at 678-479. But it took reps and reps to get over that feel. And I wasn't getting paid. Well, somebody say, well, look, if I go do this, I need to get some money. Fuck, who are you? Why would I pay you?
Right.
I needed an opportunity.
I don't even know you.
I needed a chance. I needed to cut my teeth. I needed to do that. So I had to go out there and do the dirt. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Take the L to get the W. But people far too often don't want to do that. And so you start thinking about when we're looking at those challenges, financial stability, we start talking about the realities that, ain't no guaranteed income, especially like some early stages. You got to invest a lot of your personal shit to do this and hope, things work out. We know the constant term, robbing Peter to pay Paul. And Paul, you might got to pay Paul, Johnny, Stacy, Terry, all kind of folks. Why you trying to do that?
Line Layla said that you work with Derek Bozeman at WAOK.
No, well, Rob Wilson. Okay. Yeah. Bozeman came. Bozeman was when I did that stuff. Bozeman Bozeman was city councilman still there.
Oh, okay.
But Bozeman done kind of a lot of stuff we done did with 100 and everything like that. But this is before then.
Oh, okay.
Because he was city councilman then he came on maybe 05, 06, something like the AOK and everything. But Rob Wilson had the show there. Solid Brother. He gave a lot of us opportunities to come and promote, what we're doing there, and I appreciate it and stuff like that. But again, and this back in when radio was
the only medium, right?
The only medium, and they charge you ridiculous. They rape you $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for spots to do their radio. Was crazy, but that was on the option, and they really underestimated internet.
They did.
They totally did, man. And I know that with one of my cousins being a program director at 107, having that conversation with him about 20 years ago. Like they'll never be able to take that. And I just remember the conversation me and him had vividly about that. But it was just that arrogance and that non-foresight about your ass all the time. Because you don't need it. You can sit out here and do what we doing now, and get 100,000,
right?
And you just need 1%
and be on the radio at the same time.
Yeah,
I mean, to be honest with you,
exactly, mundo. So, but that was a little bit before then. But what I'm losing my train of thought. It's a difficulty when you got to balance, your growth with your cash flow management. Because I want to put money in ads, and I want to put some money into this. The shit I got to wait till I get paid. Then I got to fix some stuff at my house. My car needs some stuff. Shit, I can't even do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to.
That sound like me.
Yeah. But
I need to do microphones, but I need to do such and such first.
That's just the reality.
Right.
And people will sit there and say, well, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? I got 2 cars in my yard that hell I want to be using right now.
Right.
People always, when you gonna do this? When you do it? When I get some more money. Yeah. And it's not that you don't have money.
Right.
I gotta pay for tuition. I gotta do this and I gotta do that. And I gotta do that. And all the while you still like, certain things, and you gotta sit there and balance certain things. And you looking at, even though you say okay, like you said, a good example, the new mics can enhance the performance of the show, but the return of the new mics is not fast enough for you to sit here and say, well, I'm gonna get it back big picture wise,
right.
But it's not gonna come back fast enough for me to make that a priority over this right here.
Right.
And you are constantly having those thoughts with yourselves
every day,
every damn day.
This is a conversation for me every day. I need to get these new cameras. But I can't get them new cameras if there ain't no priority right now. I got to do this first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can't spend $700 on cameras. I got to do this.
Oh, man. And
I got to get my brakes on my car fixed.
Yeah. And that's the reality of an entrepreneur.
Right.
That's the reality of an entrepreneur. Because a lot of times, again, if you're going to get paid this day or that day, you're like, okay, cool, I got that going, and that's all I'm dealing with. I can structure a lot more. But with your business, that's something that you put money in hopes that it's going to bring some money. And it may sometime, and it may not. Most of the time, it's not, especially early stages. So we're looking at, again, those common challenges. Another one, we go into that emotional and mental strain where, that fear, failure, self-doubt. You can have total focus on your business and the situation you want to go into, but now you're sitting there like, damn, man. I mean, with life, total focus with life. But then you sitting there like, damn, man, this business ain't going this, that, and that. And now you like, forgot about other shit you got to do. Now your relationship messed up, your career at your job and stuff like that, because you stressing about the damn trucks your ass done damn bought.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
and it ain't moving and stuff like that. So you slacking at home. You slacking at your job. You slacking with stuff with your kids. You slacking with your health. Because now you so thrown off by this stress you've created for yourself and hopes is gonna bring happiness, right? A lot of times, like I said before, you feel isolated, unsupported. And sometimes you be that way. Sometimes
sometimes it's true. You might not feel. Sometimes it might be real true. It might be that part might be true.
Well, we say Fit Rock. What's up, cuz? Going through a lot right now with my fitness business. Trying to figure out what's more important to grow my brand first. I feel y'all on that. Well, cuz I'm gonna just tell you like this: all family and friends can call me for free. So never.
Right.
Your daddy will tell you, So Fit Rocky, you just give me a call, man. If you got any question, need some advice on something, just give me a call, cuz. I do want to tell you, I'm super proud of you. I see you. You work, your gym, the training beat is going out. I see you got some good abs going on there. Got the crunches going on. Boy, I ain't had a stomach like that in a long time. No, damn, I'm proud of you, man. So yeah. Just give me a call. Yeah, give me a call, man. Give me a call. But I do want to tell you, I'm proud of you. What's up, Deonte? God, no, what's on here? What's up, Pooch? What's happening, boy? Hey, man, I need to come out to Dallas, man. I need to come on out there. My dog, boy, good to hear from you, man. Glad you came on in the show, man. We start thinking about again, we talking about the realities of entrepreneurship, but anytime, that dealing with rejection from customers, investors, collaborators, shit, you got to be rebuilt a certain way. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, you mentally have to be ready for a lot of BS and things not, coming. Mm-hmm. Tay said, "Come on, man. Hey, man. DM me your phone number, Dante. I know I got it, man, but DM me your phone number, man. Because I promise you, I'm gonna come out there this year. I promise you." Just Stacey said, "What's up, too, man?" But yeah, definitely DM me your phone number. And I get a call probably tomorrow. But again, glad you came on the show. I'm about it. That's my boy Dante Scott. Me and was in the Army together, man. That was my brothers. Okay. That was my brother. He in Dallas, man. Yeah. Hit me up. Shoot me your number, Tay. Again, we're talking about those actual things that are actually the realities of starting a new business, uncertainty and risk. Market's unpredictable, and not all ideas are gonna succeed despite the efforts and things we put into it. New vendors come in, new regulations, new rules, new laws, other damn options. Shit change. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm the number one wing guy on the corner. I'm selling. Right. Next thing you know, wing stop come down the street, such come down the street, and everybody forgot about me. You know what I'm saying? Forgot about Poochie Wings. Forgot about Poochie Wings.
They going to American Deli.
Hey, man. Boy.
Little pepper wet.
Let's see, because got a question. What do you feel more comfortable? What do you feel more important, putting money into your clients or putting money into your business so it'll be efficient when you get your clients? That's a good question. What do you put more money into your business, put money into your clients, or put more money in your business so it'll be more efficient to get you a client?
Business.
You got to put it into your business. Let me say this. Let me be honest with you, and you just do the math. At the end of the day, you know what you're charging, right? And then you just started from just simplistically. You know number one, start off with the cost. It's just free game. Just tell you, what your costs are, right? So your cost being what you're paying for rent, what you pay for insurance. This what you got to pay without one customer, right? That's your fixed cost. You know what you're charging per client. You know how many clients you got to have just to break even. That might be 3, 5, or whatever. Once you know if you got minimum that number, so you can just function efficiently, then you can make decisions if you would say, okay, if I put a little bit more, I can make that. But the key thing, number one, is to make sure that you can cover minimum fixed costs. And then when we start talking about scaling up to get more customers and stuff, advertising stuff like that, sometimes you can't afford not to advertise. So if you say my money isn't right, well, I can sit here and put in the ads, be it Google ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and stuff like that. You got to be a posting damn demon. What I will say to you, cuz, get this to you free. Go down to one of your local colleges, find you some marketing, advertising interns, have them post for you. Do that and all that kind of stuff like that. But if you don't have the money, you got to find non-traditional ways to get your advertising. Posting is free, but when the hell are you going to post if you're trying to train, right? So be realistic about what you can and can't do with doing that. But just make sure, you get that stuff straightened out there. I got you. I know it won't let you put everything in everything, but that's a good question. With doing it, we have aspirations of, I want to have this with my business, but it go back to what I said before. You got 2 arms, you got 2 legs, and you got 24 hours in a day.
Right.
And so much shit you can do.
Right.
And somewhere in there, you got to sit there, eat, maybe make love, sleep, whatever you got to do.
Definitely make love.
So you sitting there trying to be this business person, so that you'll kill yourself, right? And at the end of the day, all the money you're trying to make, shit, you ain't even enjoying it, right?
Right.
So you got to sit there and say to yourself, number one key thing with our business, try to cover costs. Try to cover costs. That's the number one thing. Get enough to cover costs, and then you got to sit there and say, okay, if I want to scale, what I got to do? Because the advertising is the lifeblood of all businesses. You want to be able, you have to be able to do it. People underestimate that. Posting ain't gonna be enough.
Yeah, you got
but if you don't have any money, what the hell you gonna do?
Right.
So you gotta be a posting fool to do that. But when you're gonna be able to do it. So you got to find non-traditional ways to do it. I'm proud of you, but understand it's gonna be brutal. It ain't nothing you can't handle. It ain't nothing you can't do, but it's gonna be brutal.
So you gotta come as fast as you think it should.
Yeah, and that's it. Just stay down. Just stay down. We're doing it. Get your core of people that's gonna stay down with you. Get your core. Take care of your core. You know the people that gonna come in January, that's gonna leave in March or April. They're gonna do that. Take care of your core. I can't stress that to you enough.
Right.
Don't be so crazy about the new people coming in that maybe fair weather. Them 5 to 10 people that's gonna stay with you all year round. Take care of them. That's the number one thing I think trainers miss out on. Because they look at, I can make more money, I get more people in, but our people are just gonna be seasonal.
Yeah, they just January, February people.
February, this, that, and that, or lose some weight, do that and come and go. But take care of the people, and because that's your anchor. That's gonna keep you open, right? So that's probably one of the best pieces of advice. But give me a call, man. We'll wrap.
Wanisha Desmond said, "Hey, Chad,
what's going on, Wanisha?
Wanisha,
yeah. We graduated. Yeah, no. Appreciate you tuning in. Again, tonight show we're talking about the reality of starting your business in 2026. Just going over some of the things where we kind of get away from the myths and ideas that people have, and just talking about the harsh realities and truths and stuff that you have to deal with. And when we talking all this stuff about the tough parts and things that setbacks people may have, we go into how to stay motivated on tough times. The first thing you got to sit here and say to yourself, right? You got to define that why. Understand your core motivation for starting your business, and keep the purpose at the forefront to stay grounded during tough times. When I say understand that why and understand we're doing it, my thing is two things. I like educating people about finance. I love dealing with money. But right now, man, I have fell in love with my freedom. I don't knock nobody or anything like that. But anytime it has ran across my mind, man, let me go get a job here and work here for a little bit, do something like that. Shit.
Yeah. we talked about something a couple times. He was like, I don't know about that, but you thought about that for a long, hard time. And you would get first pick too. You was like, nah.
Hey man, I want to shoot a little pool in the middle of the day.
Right.
I want to do this.
Right.
I want to do this. I don't want to, I want to be able to have the freedom to do what I want to do.
I'm gonna give you a good example. They say it's supposed to snow this weekend, ice storm, whatever. People that work 9 to 5 jobs like me, we like, okay, what we gonna do? What's the next move? Whereas you like, if it snow, I ain't going. You ain't got to wait for somebody to tell you what's your next move. Right? If the office gonna be open or not.
But the thing of it is too, you gotta be able to put that. Handle the pressure of being able to do that.
Right.
Right, Poochie, you took your ass to work.
Right.
And you got to double up somewhere else.
Right.
I'm cool with it. But understand again, we talking about staying motivated. Understand that why. Why did you do it? For my family, for my health, for my bank account, because I like doing this, that, and that. And every time shit get rough, being able to say, okay, man, look, man, shit. I know, this ain't working right and everything, but I still want to do this. And being able to shift that back. You did what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the key thing. Being able to not forget why, right? And you got to break down those goals. Set short-term goals. Make sure they're achievable. Make sure they're incremental. Make sure you take note of those milestones and celebrate those small wins. We have momentum. Well, every time we did the channel, we went 20,000, 25, 30, 35, and we acted like we won a Super Bowl every time. I'm so happy with 100,000. But real talk, man, shit, we celebrated the 5,000. I scrolled, man. I made a post when I hit 500. Right. I made a post when I hit 1,000. I made a post then, so it wasn't like I'm just sitting there. I didn't just.
You celebrate
everything. Every time we clip something, hey man, we hit this. We hit 60,000, 70,000, 80,000. Hell, we're hitting on the 5s. Celebrate that, man, because again, that kind of it helps you mentally to understand. Look, man, we still going in the right direction with everything. And don't let shit punk your ass. So just the small wins gonna make the big one.
Right, and small wins make you feel better as the progress. As you progress more because it's a win. I mean, it's not a huge win, but every small win helps you feel a little bit better, gives you a little bit of motivation to move forward.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, you gotta make sure the guys, you got a good network. Like I said before, man, our family, our friends love us and care about us. But a lot of times they're not gonna be able to give us the game that we need. You know what I'm saying? I tell you, say, yes, celebrate small wins. It's contagious. Absolutely, man. You know, one of the things, you know, Taylor noticed, like we in the military, a lot of times you might have your big Sarge, your OG, or something like that. One thing about the Army, you find out, I don't know what Marines anymore about, just people give you brutal honesty. It's not like, hey, man, I think this here, well, I think you need to work on it. No, they're going to say it's fucked up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No, you don't think I can count it? No, man, it's fucked up, man. It ain't no other way around. It's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Now, your true battle buddy, buddy going to say, it's fucked up. But, hey, let's go and fix it so we can go ahead and drink. They ain't going to sit here and just
tell you
it's fucked up and just leave you hanging. They going to say, hey, man, all right, now, you know, but let's go and get it straightened out so we can go. You know, you got some people just say it and walk off. They might do some BS and tell other people. Your partner's going to be like, all right, bro, let's go and get it. They ain't going to do it. So they say, yep. And that's the thing about it. You got to make sure that you try to surround yourself with people that can be brutally honest with you, but still care about you enough to kind of give you the game to let you know exactly what you need. Right. Because I don't need you to tell me, like, if I'm going to you about, just say, you know, I'm trying to do my music or I'm trying to do a certain art thing, I got to be careful. If Lab don't have an interest in art, this shit might be ugly to him regardless. Right. But if I talk to somebody that's more eclectic or somebody looking at certain stuff, they may give me an idea like, hey, you might want to focus on this. If you're doing this, you might want to do this. You might want to package it this way because they know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not into music, so I couldn't tell a person how many times they need to remaster it or do this and do that, add this out and clear it out. Lab know all that kind of stuff was hearing too much of this to go through this thing. I might just be cool with the damn first time, and it may be so, from a quality standpoint, so bad, but because that's my son, but it's good. Right. But Lab might say, no, man, we got to go through this. We got to produce this way and that way. And you got to try to find people that can help you. Surround yourself, like I say, like-minded entrepreneurs, mentors, and, you know, and supportive folks, but folks that's going to be critical enough to help you with certain things. Join different groups. You got different meetup groups, other things you can go to, mentors. Like I say, you just got to make sure that you can be, you know, humble enough. You got enough humility to be like, hey, man, I don't know. I need some help. Is everybody going to help you? Absolutely not. Right. But shit, at the end of the day, you know what you're trying to do. I'm being selfish for me. You understand what I'm saying? I get it. It was so many times that, you know, just in basic business, man, when I would go to people, try to talk, people would be arrogant and say certain stuff. They didn't want to help me. What I found out was they actually didn't have it. And like I said, you know, with anything, I stayed down. You surpass the bullshit that they said they were doing, and then they come to you, hey, man, you know, remember a couple years ago? Man, you know me.
I know you.
Man, you helped me then. I ain't help you now. Fuck you, man. Right. No, I remember you. I damn sure remember you. And your big head wife. Right. No, I ain't no.
Jordy White, and I'm sorry if I'm saying this wrong. Jordy White 3986 says that part. We need that knowledge and wisdom.
Yeah. But a lot of times people will avoid that because it ain't always what you want to hear. Because you got your vision, you got your idea, and I got mine too. And when I present it to Lab, you know, Lab just might be like, "Nah, tear it down, man." Or a lot of people in the Atlanta area may know LC Crow, Brother Crow, in the 100 with me on, you know, the Crow's Nest. We're open for years. Okay, you know, the old National. And I remember I went to Brother Crow, man. I love him to death. Hey, man, I'm thinking about doing this club and everything. Like, I had all this idea. And he just, hell no, just shot it down like, well, no, I already got this way, that way. He said, I told your ass. No, he grabbed me by my arm, pulled me down, and he told me. And that man done sat down, done made millions when black folk weren't supposed to make thousands. And he done had a successful business, all this other kind of stuff, done been all this stuff through all them years. I can sit there and argue with him. Fuck up and listen. Right. Because I want to be where he at his age, right? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times people will sit there and say, well, I want a mentor. I want some game. I want some advice. but ain't prepared for it. Like when PJ called last week, and he said, I was glad he said that. He said, my daddy always tell me, when you go to people and talk to them, you may have what you want to say, but you better be prepared for them to say some shit that you ain't expecting.
Right.
I'm gonna get this off. I want to go tell Lab what's on my mind. I want to tell Lab how I feel. Lab might say, fuck you. I don't believe it.
Right.
But in my mind, I'm gonna tell Lab how I feel. He gonna be like, my bad, Poochie.
Right.
I didn't know you looking like that.
That's not gonna happen all the time. Your response is not gonna be what you think it's gonna be sometimes. And it may be what you think. It might be what you write, Poochie.
But it go back to the point. You gotta have your humility at the point where I can accept whatever comes. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of times people not prepared for that because we want things to go the way we want. We want people to be straight up with it, and that's not. You can't predict how things gonna be delivered to you, especially getting to you for free.
I don't think people really want you to be straight up with them. I think they in their mind they want that, but when you give it to them straight up, they don't take it as that. They don't take constructive criticism well, especially entrepreneurs, because every time you try to give an entrepreneur, to me, constructive criticism, they take it as a negative, like, oh, he just hating on me, and it could be true, like, yeah, your chicken is good, but their French fries are terrible.
Well, that also go to the point where a lot of times, entrepreneur is a gray word, so it's gonna have a lot to do with probably how far from a growth and development standpoint. And some people have different levels of success, but every time we all can sit here and grow, and some people may be doing okay from a visual perspective. They may be doing horrible elsewhere. They might be doing fine, period. And you can come to a point where you're different levels, because we all got different ways we can do it. No matter if you got an OG, you get here. You get another level here. You know what I'm saying? And people have to be able to sit here and just get themselves a certain way to do it, because a lot of times people, I've heard many a times when I damn sure hadn't done certain things, will say, hey, you can do this and make this kind of money and do that. But they were saying it because they had never done it before, because they had heard or seen it. But when I started growing and seeing stuff and get some real rough ass OGs, one of my OGs told me, said, them guys saying this shit, but they ain't never done it.
Right.
And that was the first time I even questioned them, because I'm looking at these older guys, they look established. And you're like, man, them niggas ain't never done it before. I never thought about that.
Right.
So he said it.
Right.
He said, man, they just talking. He said, he was honest with me. He said, you don't know no damn better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think I was in my 30s then, so I wasn't young. You're like, you don't know.
Right.
He said, they don't know shit. He said, they ain't never did it. He said, man, and when I started,
opinion.
Yeah, but he was just like, they just saying what they think is to be done, but they have never done it before. I didn't know, because why? I'm looking at it like I'm naive, because I'm looking like these some older guys giving us a game. This is another guy. He's a peer of theirs, but he done did it. I said, I know what the hell they doing.
Right.
And that's when you start looking at things from a different vantage point, like what question to ask, what things to look for with certain stuff, right? When you start talking about developing and growing as yourself and as an entrepreneur, like you don't get caught into glitz and glamours and words and stuff like that. You learn questions to ask. You learn things to see, to say, okay, they bullshit or not. You know what I'm saying? What I want to attach myself with. Right. Because you don't know. And a lot of times, especially with social media, folks can put out pictures and do this, and you see folks strolling and all that kind of stuff. But they damn way worse than you can ever be.
Right.
With anything and stuff like that. And you have to be able to have some kind of discernment, some kind of way that you're actually analyzing certain stuff to kind of see, okay, hey man, I don't think that's what that is. You know what I'm saying? And it takes some time to be able to shift through that.
Success. Some people, success. You just can't say some things to some people. They're super emotional. IQ tax firm says some people in business don't take constructive criticism well. Absolutely.
I think a lot of people, most folks don't. Hey, I want to say, supervisor tell you, hey, you need to do this, that, and that. Well, I did this. Everybody, a lot of folks have a rebuttal for every damn thing. And you got to be realistic. If you keep doing the shit you're doing and you're going to keep getting results you're going to get. Sometimes you got to change it. Is it at times when a person give you advice or criticism is wrong? It's possible. It's possible. But I think when we step out away from ourselves, that's when we probably can, analyze if that BS or is it me, right?
Right.
But we do know at the end of the day, if change ain't happening, well, you know, what is it? Maybe we are doing something wrong. Maybe they're not giving us opportunities. But I do think people don't check and look at themselves enough, and they'll put it on. They did again that they shit, and now look at me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's one thing I always try to be with myself, and even be with my children. Shit, what you didn't do? You know, now we sit here and be honest with ourselves, and you did it all. Well, maybe they didn't, but be hard on yourself first, right? You got to make sure, guys, when we start talking about, you know, to stay motivated, you got to take care of yourself. You got to work out, go to the doctor, make sure you get rest. You don't want to avoid burnout. You got to schedule times to take your breaks, do your hobbies and stuff like that, because you can lose interest in shit because you're so tired things ain't working.
Right.
Step out of it. Step out of it for a little bit and schedule them breaks out how you're going to do it, because I can't stress enough. Entrepreneurs is on endurance. It ain't I do this and that gonna happen. This ain't dope.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can't
right.
buy flip this that ain't how this shit go. That ain't how this shit go. That's why a lot of times you have guys that come out of dope game, they can be successful because they're, you know, driven like that. But they also have issues because the money don't necessarily come as fast. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The daring part is there.
Right.
But that damn, you know, patient part,
it's not.
Definitely ain't there and stuff like that. That's why a lot of times cats have issues with doing stuff. And a lot of people.
And some of them are smarter than other people run their business. They just invest in it. Jordan N. White says, looking for patterns in your industry over time will give you discernment later on. Slick says, you gotta be ready to listen, reset, pivot if needed, and not be scared of change.
Yeah. I think that's probably one of the biggest problems with people, because we are how we are.
Right.
And we figure, okay, we want to do it the way we want to do it, but you'll find out real quick like that ain't gonna work. And depending when you hit that fork in the road, I'm do it my way or do it this way. That way you got to decide if that's something worth doing or not. Far too often, people want to do it their way, end up losing a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of relationships, and it wear out you and stuff. Then become bitter. But like that probably the best thing for you to do. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to learn from failures. View your setbacks as opportunities to grow and adapt. And you got to adopt the mindset where your failure, it just makes you a step closer to success. Lifetime learning, constant trying things out, see if it works and stuff like that. With technological advances and the way things go on, especially with innovation, you got to have a mindset to say how certain things are. I'm sitting here looking from where we were at lab now, and even let's say a year ago with the AI, the chat GPT, how things can be set up, forecast in a matter of seconds.
Right.
It's totally different. And you be on your shit, I ain't gonna do this, I ain't been with the computer, da. Shit, sink or swim.
You're going left in the dust.
Hey, sink or swim.
Right.
And that's just how it is and stuff. So,
but we always say, you know, the world is flat when it comes to business. You know, with the internet, you could be right here in Atlanta and be over in Germany in 2 seconds. Like,
yeah. I mean, shit, text message, instant message. All these things have changed. I don't know what the hell that post office still open for. I'm just saying, like
big packages. Big packages. Yeah.
I mean, if you can do it like Fed. I mean, again, I don't look at this model with FedEx and UPS. I understand what about lose their job.
Right.
Go work FedEx. Shit, man. Shit, you gotta work down.
But I think it'll take. Well, it's one of those things where you have a model where you saying, well, why does this model keep going? Because I think that model is a fail safe. That's what the post office is. It's a fail safe. It is not necessarily needed at this particular time and moment. But if something happens to the grid or something happens to these other businesses that we say we can go work at, that's the fail safe. A lot of people don't think of it as a fail safe, but I do.
Hey, lab, we about 4 or 5 years out. 4 or 5 years out. And I seen the damn changes this administration done made. We about 4 or 5 years out now.
But if the grid drops off, no email, no set. I mean, we got to think about apocalyptic things, of course, but apocalyptic things are not impossible. Yeah. They happen all the time.
This ain't no damn Pony Express where you're gonna be out here galloping and delivering your mail.
Right, but but we gotta be realistic on things.
So who you find more confident in? UPS or FedEx dropping your shit off, or old boy be about to fall out the damn.
I don't have that type of post office guy, postman, but what I'm saying is, when it comes to certain things, you do need a fail-safe. Like when people prep for ice storms or for the electricity to go out, those things just don't go out. You get what I'm saying?
I ain't disagreeing with you.
They have they fail. They get water. They get heat. They get. I mean, I went and got kerosene and gas for the generator because just in case the power goes out or something. So it's not like the system that we are currently on, the grid that we are currently on. It's the strongest thing ever.
We're gonna agree to disagree. And because I don't think that's a fail safe.
I believe it is. I believe it is.
But we're gonna get back on time.
When all the other businesses go out and that's the only one left, you'll say, Lab, you were right.
Man, like I said, I think Lab think we're gonna have the Pony Express galloping over the snow and shit.
I'm not saying the Pony Express.
No, I get it, man. I'm
I know you give me a hard time.
But when we start thinking again, we can get ready to wrap everything up. But when we start looking at the realities of Star You Business 2026, key strategies I want you guys to kind of just keep in mind. We talking about navigating the challenges. We just went over the things to help you stay motivated. But some of the key strategies is, number one, financial planning. You want to make sure you create a budget, save for emergencies, and consider part-time work or freelance to supplement your income. The things ain't happen the way you want to have it. Okay, humility. Don't feel like you're a bullshit. Don't feel like you're a bullshit. You sitting there. You see that ship is sinking. You see the business and the stuff ain't going the way you want to go because you got so much pride. You just can't do it. But then next thing you know, you back at the same job that you didn't want to do because you lost everything.
Right.
Don't let the shit get that far. I mean, we looking at the big picture.
Right.
So if you got to sit here and flip burgers, Uber, DoorDash and shit like that, keep some money going, go do that. Man, I thought you had that business. I do.
Right.
But shit, I got to do what I got to do.
My wife need insurance.
So,
the business don't pay for insurance now.
So make sure you have that kind of stuff going. Okay, time management. Use tools like time blocking or project management apps to maximize your productivity. Google calendars, Apple calendars, the alarms, any kind of thing that you can have to help you keep your structure from an efficiency time standpoint. Use it. We are too far along in technology for you guys not to be making notes and taking advantage of certain things that are out there, especially for free, right? Third thing, adaptability. Be ready to pivot if the market or circumstances change. Like I said, laws change, rules change, suppliers change, competition changes. Don't get so comfortable or where you can't necessarily move and be able to pivot and adjust. I came into a business where folks down there could claim a cat in the early 2000s and get refunds. Everybody was getting rapid refunds. That's the product that was the early 2000s. All that shit is gone. We've been able to do it and stuff. Everything has changed. Now people got to waste so much time, all this kind of stuff. And now you got probably 45 to 50% of the market doing the shit themselves. Right. So I've had to pivot and adjust and move and this, that, and that over the years. Not to say, hey, I ain't gonna do this. No, man. If you're a fighter, you're gonna fight. Right. You know what I'm saying? I ain't crawling no damn hole. So you have to make sure you be adaptable with things. And lastly, guys, just say it again, continuous learning. Invest in personal and professional development to improve your skill set. You have to make sure you stay abreast of different technological innovation and changes that coming along, man, because the world gonna keep going. And just like I said, if you look at shit like the Jetsons and all that stuff growing up, it's just a matter of time we flying around in the sky. And you got to be able to sit here instead of be fussing and complaining about things that are happening. That WAMU shit real. I told you I was in grad school almost 10, 11, whatever it was. I don't even know if it was 10 years ago. But anyway, the guy said the kids that are born today will not be able to drive. They will not drive their cars. There is going to come a time when we're not driving our cars. There is going to come a time where we're not going to be driving trucks. There is going to be a time we're not driving boats. There is coming a time where we won't fly planes. It will be done. It is coming. Like it or don't like it. So at the end of the day, that doesn't mean you need to hide or sit here and try to say, I want to stay in a damn bunker. What we need to do, prepare. Ice storm finna come. What we gonna do? Well, they said the storm was coming.
We got to.
You better get ready.
Right.
You got to get ready, man.
You gotta get that fail safe.
That's it. I tell you, starting a business, everything you can sell is available on Amazon. I got the money, but what are the tangible items that warrant brick and mortar? I'm not gonna say nothing the things that warrant a brick and mortar as opposed to selling online is more so based off of what a particular what customers want to have. So at the end of the day, if you know customers are okay with ordering a particular item online, that's fine. If you know some things that customers need to touch, feel, and see, and i.e., let's say food, for instance, right? They might, if your model is built off convenience, people can pull up and get something to eat. Cool. Some clothing, it may be a thing where they may want to just do it out of convenience, where they say they want to order it online. It all depends on what the customer wants, not what you want. And if you sit there and look at the certain businesses, well, no matter the products that you are selling, the question just if it's going to warrant brick and mortar, is it that big a factor? I talk about the example all the time. The lady came to me years ago that wanted the bakery, right, and she wanted to do that. She wanted to get a brick and mortar shop, and I was telling her my thing I thought was best was she get a kiosk in the mall and pay them $200 or $300 a month at time instead of just getting this lease. She didn't want to do that because she wanted to have her store, right? And she didn't last long because at the end of the day, she was not going to be able to sell enough cakes to cover rent, right? And again, mathematically, it's still gonna come down to what I tell you, it's just food. It can be clothes, it can be different products you sell. It's just a matter of where you get that brick and mortar at. Well, you sit there looking, I gotta pay the lease, I gotta pay the insurance, I gotta pay the utilities. Mathematically, with the customers in that area, or you can get customers to come there to cover the price of that. If not, that's why you may say online being an option. But it's just a matter of you pull yourself out of it, what you want to do, and be realistic what people want to have. You know what I'm saying? Right. I built my businesses around one thing, solving problems. We just did the video on what is this? Things you can learn. Oh, shit, I'm forgetting these titles. Coming out of divorce or separation, how it affects you with taxes, what you can do. 6 things that when you have a newborn baby and or a new child, tax benefits of having it. We solving problems, creating. So at the end of the day, people, damn man, I wonder that. People wonder how the taxes gonna affect me coming out of divorce separation. Right. What's the benefit of this baby? Can I claim the baby this year, that year? You solving problem for people. That's what I built mine on. That ain't for everybody. But when we start talking about selling products and getting a brick and mortar, it just got to make sure that wherever you're looking to get that brick and mortar, can it does their demand? Can that demand sustain you? Right, you know what I'm saying? Not what you want, right? But can you get people to do that? And I think that's where a lot of people lose it at. They want to have a boutique and sell their stuff. I mean, at the end of the day, like I get it. It sounds good to have it, but will people support it? Would you make enough money from that boutique to keep keep it open, right? As opposed to selling online, right? Well, you might say, well, look, I'm in this area. I'm a lot of people that like coming in, trying in, and like you may offer cheese and crackers, and women can go there, be women, and do this kind of stuff, give them a different kind of experiences, adding to it. I don't know, but realistically, we got to make sure it's what the customer wants, not what we want. That's why so many people fail at. But tell you, say I want to share weddings, birthday first, turning 18, new house, graduation, etc. I hear you, man. Yeah, man. I always say pull yourself out the mix. We have our dreams about what we want. I want to have this. I want to have that. And that's cool. That's cool. But we got to understand we want. It's not that you can't have your dreams, but when your dreams are set on or dependent on other people, that's when you got to be realistic about shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? What I want to do and what people want to fuck with going to be two different things. So we got to be realistic about that. And far too often people think that people going to want what they want or like what they want.
And it's not necessarily true.
It ain't going to, it ain't half true. Right. So, man, listen, man, we're going to wrap everything up. Great conversation, man. Great conversation. And I appreciate everything that everybody had to add to the conversation, man. I'm glad to hear from everybody. Most importantly, man, thank you again so much for helping us hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. And if you have not, go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. And, man, look, take advantage of all the great information there. What Tay said in Dallas is all about church, and the big thing out there out here is brunch. Shit, it brunching like hell here, too.
Right here. Jordan N. White says, do you know if the medical courier business is saturated now because of all the mass layoffs?
I mean, I think any business you can look at can be saturated. For medical courier, vending machines, rental property, this, that, and that. You just got to find your niche, and the math got to work. You know what I'm saying? Can the math work? Focus less on what other people doing, focus on more what you got to do.
Well, how you can set yourself apart.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because if I'm doing this, and I'm making these, and I'm making so many sales, I contacted these people. That's it. Not saying that's the case with them, but I think a lot of times people want to go into entrepreneurship or do a side business, do something extra. Well, what can I do to make the most money with the least effort? And I think, man, shit. I think we're probably OnlyFans. Post some honey on your feet.
I'm about to start mine tomorrow.
Milk on my chest. Shit. You gotta put in work for that money. You gotta put in work. You gotta put in some work. So unless you want to post some honey on your feet, some milk on your chest.
Put some honey on these crusty toes. See what I get.
That's about it.
Yeah.
That's about it, man. That's about it, man. But I do mean what I say. I do think so many people want. I'm not saying that's the case with them, but when I hear them questions a lot, what do you think? Everything to me has some kind of saturation. Why? Because we think that we have unique ideas. We think that what we think to make money is just unique to us. There's a lot of it ain't a lot of shit we think is very damn common. You know what I'm saying?
Right. IQ tax firm says, how do you feel about tax lien sales?
Tax lien sales cool, but at the end of the day, you gotta sit there and say to yourself, like, okay, cool. If I made this tax lien, I would always tell people to make sure you got some kind of probate lawyer on your team, because at the end of the day, you acquire that tax lien, they pay it off, you got 10%. Sometimes it may be prolonged what you getting it. It may not be that much. It just varies. And you can sit there and put a lot of money in certain things because it's to the point about saturation. You got a lot of people may run on the price on some bullshit. And mathematically, after you start going through this, because you getting some of the tax liens, we ain't went into all the other stuff that might be wrong with it. So you got to make sure that with anything else, as long as you can be as proactive as possible. So if you sit there and say they auctioning off 100 properties, those 5 to 10 that you like, that you've done ample research on it to find out what all is going on and certain things like that. Just again, it's gonna be work. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna take some,
people so often want to show, you said before, the success. They want to show the process.
Right.
And again, I'm stuck on the process and show why. Because folk be lying. You folk be lying.
Right.
You can't, when you buy properties to fix or flip, that shit might be 6 months to a year. Because you back and forth going with code and all this other kind of stuff doing that.
And then people don't realize I did this for a long time ago before flipping was a thing. The codes change when you buy the house. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff that usually probably grandfathered in changes when you purchase the house a lot of times.
Absolutely. Tay said, in real estate, my dog said 2 years of reclaim and they got to be dead. And that's funny because you remember my cousin when he died a couple years ago. I knew he had a daughter sitting out there, and one of the other family members went and paid the tax liens off, and the daughter popped up. And at the end of the day, now they lost their money. Why? Because you knew he had a daughter. You didn't approach his daughter about it. And what does it look like in the eyes of the court? It was a gift.
It was a gift.
It was a gift
for
doing it. So again, man, you know your shit. That know your shit. Tay said they sell information. Exactly. That's why I say you better make sure you got somebody in the real estate industry. Definitely better have your damn probate attorney on your team, because what we think and what is the law are two different things. Like I always say, something can be damn morally wrong, but it's still the law. So just because you don't like it, so get out of that shit trying to feel like, okay, I know everything. So, man, I love these conversations, but we're gonna wrap everything up. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Again, thanks so much for the love and support. We're getting everything and stuff. Tay said, Lord, absolutely. Give me a button. I hope you shot me a number, man. We're gonna talk, Deonte. We're gonna talk. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lab. Thank you, Reek. Thanks, Donna.
Right.
I appreciate it and everything. You gave this joke here opportunity to run my damn mouth. And that motherfucker ain't stopped yet.
Right.
Love you all, man. Take care. Y'all be safe, and I'll talk with you soon.
Thanks,